How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be chalk it up. Just chalk it up. What I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about this topic, I'm thinking about things that you just chalk it up as chalk it up, not necessarily as a loss, but just experience. The reason why I say that is because no matter how much you plan, how much you try to incorporate the things that we say in these videos, the topics that we discuss, how preventative you may be and conscientious of your actions and just trying to put good vibes out there and just be at your best and dealing with people, ultimately you're going to have people that's going to cross you. You're going to have people that's going to step to you sideways. There's going to be people that challenge you because that's who people are. Those are the things that people do. And on some of these things, just because they're doing that and you come up against resistance, doesn't mean that you lost. You chalk it up as experience. You deal with it, take note of it, think about how you would come up against that again in the future. Be slow to react. Be slow to be emotionally involved and tied up and caught up in the fact of whatever it may be that's going on is allowing you to have pride, your ego, your feelings on your shoulders. Chalk it up as experience. Some situations might not even necessarily require a response. It's just something that you take note of and you go, hey, that's not going to be happening. I'm not going to even waste my time trying to address this with this individual, this person. And it doesn't even have to be an individual or a person. It could be a situation. It could be something you're experiencing, you're going through with yourself. It's just something for you to take note of. The reason why I stated do not chalk it up as a loss, I think in some of these situations, when you look at it as a win-lose, like I looked at more often than not throughout my life, it starts to inject feelings or emotions into it that you necessarily don't have to have. Because once you start looking at things as a win-loss situation on certain things, then your feelings get in there. And then you start thinking about, man, I really lost out on this here. I want to deal with this. I want to deal with this accordingly. You start looking for ways to one-up the situation that might not necessarily be healthy. That's the reason why I stated when these situations arise, as long as it's not something that is occurring on the regular, because if it's occurring on the regular, and you notice it, you're not doing anything about it, okay, you're losing. And you could potentially keep on losing, which in the end would make you a loser. You don't want to be a loser. Wouldn't you like to prevail when you can? That's how you become a loser, when you're losing all the time. And you know the right plays to make, but you still keep on losing. Before you even head into the situation, you already know that it's a battle that's already lost. You can't fight too many battles on those fronts. That's how you end up becoming a loser. And you start losing all the way around, and then you start backtracking. And those are the things that we want to prevent ourselves from doing. Like I stated, on this channel, we like to take healthy approaches with everything that we do. We like to garner things as experience. And that's just my little take on it, by chalking it up to an experience and not so much a win-loss. Because if you're recognizing what's going on, what you need to do, then you make that change. Even if it doesn't play out to the way that you expected it on the next go around, you're still trying. It's not a loss. There are situations where you do take a loss in. It's just no shorter way of saying it. But I'm saying when you actually got a hand in it, you're actually trying to do better, don't chalk it up as a loss. Chalk it up as experience, because you're still trying to work with that. And you're still trying to be better. You're trying to be better than your last day. See how these little degrees of how we say things and talk to ourselves, it can make a world of difference. Chalk it up as experience, not a loss. That's my 2 cents on it. If you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on other social media, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. This is where I'm hosting my videos at. Check out the book that I've written, Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic to Family Communication. I'll leave a link in the description box. In the meantime, stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. You have a good one.